There we go. Getting a little bit of a late start. It is 7:17, and I would like to call this meeting to order. While this meeting is being held in person, we are also offering the option to participate through Zoom if preferred. Instructions on how to participate virtually are included in the City Council calendar item listed on the front page of missionks.org. Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Robin, please call the roll.
Khan. Here. Hayden Champosi.
Here.
Madden. Here. Ired. Here. King.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Carpenter Davis.
Here.
Susie.
Here.
All right. We do not have any public hearings, special presentations, or the issuance of any notes or bonds this evening. Therefore, we will move into our consent agenda. Our consent agenda consists of 2 items tonight. Our council committees met on August 6, 2025, and fully discussed each of these items. The committees agree that the items listed on our consent agenda are routine enough to be considered under a single motion. If a council member or member of the public would like an item removed from the consent agenda, they may request that at this time. Otherwise, I would entertain a motion to approve.
Mayor, I move the city council adopt the consent agenda as printed, items 4A through 4B.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, Robin, please call the roll.
Hayden Champosi.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Ired.
Aye.
Carpenter Davis.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Madden.
Aye.
Susie.
Aye.
Khan.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, we'll next move into our public comments. If any members of the public would like to make a comment on an item not included on our agenda tonight, now would be the time. If you are participating through Zoom, please either add your comment in the chat feature and it will be read out loud, or note that you would like to speak and we will call on you shortly to make your comment verbally. Please remember your comments are visible to everyone in the meeting. If you are part of our in-person group tonight, please raise your hand but stay seated and we will call on you to come to the lectern to make your comments. When you make your comment, please state your name and city of residence for the record. Also be conscientious of others trying to speak and speak slowly and clearly. If I need to confirm something that is difficult to hear, I will ask for clarification. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes per person. Again, this time is for comment on items not on our agenda tonight. Do we have any comments? Seeing none, we'll move into items from our planning commission. We have 1 item coming forward from the planning commission tonight for consideration of a final plat for the Nelson Wastewater Treatment Facility at 4800 Nall Avenue. Brian, will you please provide your report?
Yes, I will.
Other Brian.
Okay, I was like, you were ahead. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
This item is a final plat, for Nelson Wastewater Treatment Plant, which is at the very northeast corner of Mission, all the way very Nall, 41 Nall. The plan was first established back in the 1940s, and added on to over the years, and more properties acquired, again, a little additional facilities are added on. And so consequently, the property just become kind of a hodgepodge of different parcels. So when they submitted a preliminary development plan last year, we asked them to also send plat, replat all those parcels as one parcel. And that was done March of last year, March 25th of 2004. Presents the planning commission a public hearing and looking for approval by you all. They did approve the final development or final plat, excuse me, and then subsequently arranged a little bit of stamp food, being that recorded. So they come back to, they got that corrected. Now it's ready to be recorded. And we also noticed at that time that the dedication of the right of way won't fall. So that requires approval by you all. That's what we're doing. It's a very simple process. Patrick Denning from the Wastewater District is with us tonight, the engineer. Project manager for the project, so if you have any questions, more than happy to answer.
Great. First, do we have any member of the public who would like to comment on this issue? Seeing none, we'll open it up for council discussion. Any council comments or questions? Yep, Wanda?
I noticed that some of this was coming out of Walnut View, and is this stuff that's just it's not gonna change anything, it's just legal changes, is that correct? None of those properties will be changed. Is that correct or no?
None of the existing parcels of property will be changed, so.
None of those homes?
Yeah, the original, this was originally platted back in the 1940s or 1950s, with Walnut View. And so when you look at the plat, you can actually see the lots and the original streets.
Yeah,
It's now all part of the plan, so they'll be able to build there. And so this plat will actually correct all of that. But then the existing subdivisions to the south.
I'm just really.
Which is Walnut View, will not be changed at all.
Okay, because they have that, all that, like a park area. That's what you're talking about. I'm just not clear what we're talking. I see Nall, so it seems to me like they're already on the Nall side. We just need to make it legal. Is that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
the property runs along the west side of Nall. The east side of Nall is Row Park and Roland Park. Yeah. And so they're just dedicating some right of way to the city along the east side of Nall with some additional right of way. So.
Right. Seeing no other hands, I would entertain a motion on the final plat for the Nelson Wastewater Treatment Facility at 4800 Nall Avenue.
Mayor, I move the city council approve the resolution for the final plat of the Nelson Wastewater Treatment Facility within the city of Mission and accepting donation of right of way for PC case number 24-05.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Robin, please call the roll.
Ryder,
Aye.
Hayden Chomposi,
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Vaughn,
Aye.
Josie,
Aye.
Bowden,
Aye.
Carpenter Davis.
Aye.
Motion carries. You didn't call me. I'm so sorry.
All right, thank you. Now it's time for other Brian, AKA Councilmember Schmidt. Would you please provide a report from the Finance and Administration Committee?
Now I would love to do that. The Finance and Administration Committee met on August 6th and considered 5 items. The meeting minutes and resolution accepting donation of property located at 5600 Johnson Drive were approved under the consent agenda. The resolution declaring official city newspapers, KORA fee schedule changes and updates, and co-responder MOU amendment and renewal will be considered under the regular agenda tonight. First up is the resolution declaring official city newspapers. In February of 2005, the Mission City Council adopted Charter Ordinance number 15, which states that the governing body may designate by resolution one or more official city newspapers of record for the official advertisement and publication for the city of Mission. Currently, the Legal Record and the Kansas City Star are designated newspapers of record for Mission. In early 2025, the Johnson County Post announced that they would be expanding their publication services to include legal notices and publications, and met with staff to review their procedures, policies, and the benefits of using their services for publication needs. The Johnson County Post offers several advantages as an addition to our recognized city newspapers. Most notably, it provides a broader reach with approximately 200,000 users visiting its website each month. While its print circulation is limited to around 100 recipients, the overall visibility is significantly higher than the Legal Record, which is not widely read by the general public. This expanded reach not only enhances the city's ability to keep residents informed, but also increases the likelihood of attracting additional contractors for bid opportunities. Furthermore, the Johnson County Post prominently features all legal notices on its homepage, where they are freely accessible to the public without any registration or paywall barriers. It also supports consistent publishing timelines, maintaining a Thursday 9:00 p.m. deadline for Monday publication, even during holiday weeks, unlike the Legal Record, which alters deadlines occasionally, creating tight turnaround times. The Johnson County Post also employs local journalists who actively report on community issues, while the Legal Record largely relies on syndicated wire stories and does not have a local news presence. In addition to these benefits, the city could see cost savings in legal publication expenses by utilizing the Post. The city of Leawood has already made this transition, naming the Johnson County Post as its official newspaper, and at least 2 other government entities are currently considering it as well. Mayor, I move the City Council approve the resolution updating the official newspapers of record for the City of Mission to include the Johnson County Post.
Second. Second, any public comment on this item? Seeing none, any council comments or questions? Yes, Joseph?
I just want to go on record as saying that I'm really excited that we made a choice to go with local news. That has been something that has really been hollowed out, and I think to the detriment of our entire population. And so I'm really excited that we made this choice. I'm really excited to have you all as a newspaper of record for us.
Yeah, but
I just want to add on to that. I appreciate the fact that this is going to be much more easily accessible to folks that aren't going to maybe stop by City Hall and try to grab a desk copy of the legal record. So that's a big improvement in my book, and that's why I asked for it to be on the regular agenda tonight.
Yep. All right, seeing no further hands, Robin, please call the roll.
Carpenter Davis.
Aye.
Crane. Aye. Adrian Champosi.
Aye.
Josie.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Ryder.
Aye.
Loudon. Aye. Schmidt.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 7B, KORA fee schedule changes and updates. Beginning July 1st, 2025, changes to the Kansas Open Records Act went into effect that change how cities can charge for open records request fulfillment. The most pressing changes address the amount that can be charged for work done to fulfill requests, but also how and when different pieces of correspondence must be shared related to the fees charged for a request. The city clerk's office has been working together with both the police department records custodians and the city attorney to address these changes and ensure that staff continues to maintain a high standard of service. Key changes brought on by this updated legislation include: the city can only charge actual costs for furnishing copies of requested records. The actual costs include costs to review requests and redact. Actual costs include printing fee, 25 cents per page, computer searching fees, or other outside fees necessary to complete the search, and staff costs. For staff costs, the city must determine the hourly rate for the lowest category of staff reasonably necessary to provide such access or copies. The hourly rate does not include employee benefits. Upon request, the city must now provide an itemized statement of costs incurred by the city when fulfilling the request. If the actual staff time is expected to exceed 5 hours or the actual cost exceed $200, the city must notify the requester to engage in cost mitigation conversations or see if they want to continue forward. The city must communicate with the requester through their preferred method of communication. If the requester does not respond within 3 business days, the city may shut down the request. Passage of the proposed ordinance will codify these languages into the Mission Municipal Code and ensures compliance with the new Kansas statute. Accompanying this ordinance is a resolution establishing open records procedures for the city. The resolution outlines the specific policies that govern the implementation and procedures for the new KORA ordinance. In short, the ordinance sets the bare minimum requirements under Kansas law for KORA requests, and the resolution provides the details for implementation. The benefit of passing an open records resolution is that it always allows any necessary future KORA procedure changes the city may implement to be done via updated resolution versus amending the city code. The last component of this item is a resolution appointing a local Freedom of Information officer. This action is required by Kansas statute. The resolution names the city clerk as the FOI officer and ensures compliance with the Kansas statute. After conversation at the August 9th, 2025 committee meeting, staff has added in the job title for the Public Works Records Custodian to the ordinance to be listed as Public Works Director or Designee. All public records not on file in the office of the city clerk and kept and maintained in the Public Works office. Mayor, I move the City Council approve an ordinance amending Chapter 105, Article 4 of the Mission Municipal Code, establishing an open records policy.
Second.
Motion and a second. Do we have any public comment on this item? Seeing none, open it for council discussion. Yes, Wanda?
Question, and it's just a clarification, because you do have 25 cents now. It's in parentheses. Does that mean it can change? Is that what that means?
No, the 25 cents per copy, is that what you're thinking of? That is what our charge is and what we're allowed to charge for
But what
copies.
if that increases over time?
We
Then
would
it
have
has-
to, if the legislature made changes again, then we would do the same process over again.
Just for a change in just copying?
If it comes
Mhm.
from the legislature, since we are, the ordinance and the resolutions that we're doing tonight sort of dictate how our KORA charges are set up, then we would do an amended.
Any other questions? Seeing none, Robin, please call the roll.
Carpenter Davis.
Aye.
Pring.
Aye.
Hayden Chomposi.
Aye.
Loudon.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Ryder.
Aye.
Josie.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We actually have additional movements for this. Mayor, I move the city council approve a resolution providing for the maintenance, preservation, and protection of public records and establishing procedures for accessing and copying open public records.
Second,
Motion and a second. Any public comment on this item?
third, fourth.
Seeing none.
Just gave you the vote.
Any council comments or questions? Seeing none, Robin, please call the roll.
Ryder. Aye. Hayden Chomposi.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Josie.
Aye.
Loudon.
Aye.
Carpenter Davis.
Aye.
Pring.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Last one, Mayor, I move the city council approve a resolution appointing the city clerk as the FIOA officer for the city of Mission and outlining the FOIA officer's duties. I think one of those is a typo, the first one. So that should be appointing the city clerk as the FOIA officer for the city of Mission.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any public comment on this item? Seeing none, any council comment or questions? Yeah, Debbie?
Thank you, Robin, for taking this on.
Yeah.
Wait, look, full.
Thank you, Councilmember Pring.
All right, seeing no further comments, Robin, please call the roll.
Vaughn.
Yes.
Hayden Chomposi.
Aye.
Pring.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Loudon.
Aye.
Carpenter Davis.
Aye.
Ryder.
Aye.
Josie.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 7C, the co-responder MOU amendment/renewal. The cities of Fairway, Merriam, Roland Park, Westwood Hills, Mission Woods, along with Mission, have entered into an agreement with Johnson County Mental Health to provide 2 mental health co-responders to assist with a variety of mental health services to the public. That agreement is represented in writing by a memorandum of understanding. For grant purposes, as well as practical purposes, the MOU with JCMH for mental health co-responders is reviewed and renewed annually. While much of the contract didn't require modifications, it was requested that the financial aspects of the contract be changed to align with the city's budget processes. Under the previous terms of the agreement, there were no stipulations to control when increases in costs or bills could occur. This led to mid-budget year increases that cities were not prepared for. The new agreements provide for estimated increases to be sent to cities by March 31st of each year to align with the normal budgeting processes and timelines. Mayor, I move the City Council approve the addendum to the MOU with Johnson County Mental Health for the provision of mental health co-responder services.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any public comment on this item? Seeing none, any council comments or questions? Yeah, Ben?
Yeah, just on the theme of the budget discussion we had this evening, I wanted to point out, I did a little research looking at just where our dollars are going and seeing that 38% of our expenses go towards public safety, and found out that co-responder programs tend to reduce the number of repeat calls and hospitalizations, and we're already seeing some of that data bear out in other cities in Johnson County. So this plays into a little bit of the budgeting efforts that we're making here as well.
Point? Yeah, Leah?
Just want to reiterate what a benefit this is to our community members, having a mental health co-responder on staff. As Ben says, it does reduce costs, but it also just is a kinder, more humane way to deal with people who are having mental health or other types of issues that need this type of responder to help them get the help that they need.
Seeing no more hands, Robin, will you please call the roll?
Vaughn.
Aye.
Pring.
Aye.
Josie.
Aye.
Loudon.
Aye.
Ryder.
Aye.
Carpenter Davis.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Hayden Chomposi.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Carpenter Davis, will you please provide a report from the Community Development Committee?
Sure. The Community Development Committee also met on August 6th and considered 2 items. The meeting minutes were approved under the consent agenda earlier tonight. No items will be considered under the regular agenda this evening. That concludes my report.
All right, thank you. We do not have any unfinished or new business tonight. Therefore, we will move on to comments from the City Council. This is an opportunity for comments from our council members. Does anyone have something they'd like to share tonight? Yeah, Wanda?
I had a constituent come to me because on Woodson, there's a gully. And I think that's a brand new street.
In Walnut View, is this what, in Walnut View?
in Walnut View.
Okay.
Yes.
We can certainly take a look at that.
It's the house there's a house that faces this way. There's a house that faces this way. It's on the hill on Woodson. It's this house. It starts at his driveway and goes down to the next house. It's a big hole. And I think that was just redone, wasn't it? Not too long.
We'll take a look at that. All right, thank you. Sorry, all my pages are sticking together. Next, we have our council committee liaison reports. These reports allow the entire governing body to stay up to date with the various activities of our boards, commissions, and committees. First, council members Loudon and Hayden Chomposi for the Sustainability Commission.
I was not able to attend. I was not feeling well that day.
No worries. And
Justin isn't
And we don't have Justin, so we'll find out all of the sustainability news next month. Next, we have council members Crane and Schmidt for Parks, Recreation, and Tree Commission.
Parks and Recreation and Tree Commission met, and we met at another park. That's one of the options that we're using right now for our meeting spaces. This last time it was at Streamway Park. It was a great time. Sam, who was in the back, is our recorder. He's done a phenomenal job. Anyway, we talked about, progress and future dates and activities, and when we're staffing the Mission Market and what trees are being replaced, and just a variety of things. It's a great committee. Right?
Yeah, the tree drive is in full swing, which is very exciting. If you did not participate last year, it's your opportunity to buy a tree of various sizes, various types. Pickups for those will be on September 20th from 9 to 12 at the community center. Please do get your orders in while supplies do last. A reminder that the community center will be closed now from August 18th through, the 31st, for cleaning and maintenance, but we'll reopen with some new hardwood floor resurfacing done. This is exciting.
Next, we have an update from council members Reichert and Chosi on Mission Magazine editorial board.
I'll take this one. Yeah, the magazine editorial board met this past Thursday, the 14th. We, among a lot of news, we have a new board member, Jillian from Ward 4, so that's very exciting. She's got some experience with photography and eager to help out with some things. We've also seen our special projects coordinator helping out with some copy editing to great effect, so that's been really exciting. This is kind of our first issue cycle with some of the new publication and advertising folks at the publisher. Kind of stabilized from some of the staff changes they had. Still kind of pipelining ads and sales and costs and all these things, and working to maintain those relationships with advertisers. But that's got a lot of momentum and going well. This issue should be in homes kind of middle of next month. This is our music issue, and we've got a whole lot to cover in Mission in terms of musical talent and musical, creative arts. We've got jazz, we've got an 80s cover band, there's an acoustic ensemble. There's a Shawnee Mission North grad that's in there. Wonder and Woe makes an appearance. I still am just fascinated that we have a double bass repair shop in Mission. That's the coolest thing ever, I feel like. Dave Martin makes an appearance in there from a file photo, so take a look for that. Just a lot to cover, a lot of interesting stuff going on and has gone on in the past with music in Mission. Down the road, we're coming up on the 75th anniversary kind of theme, World Cup oriented content. Looking sort of for the next issue here at kind of winter, family, holiday traditions, that kind of thing. And also maybe Taste of Mission oriented content as well. Did I miss anything, Laura? I think that's everything. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that concludes my report.
Great. Next is Councilmember Carpenter Davis with Family Adoption.
Unfortunately, I was out of town, and when is the next meeting for family adoption? Next Thursday.
Okay.
Thanks.
Great. Next, we have our city administrators report. Laura, do you have any items you'd like to share with council tonight?
Due to Mr. Carroll's absence, we do not have interim financial reports, so we will double up next month. I really don't have anything. I think Robin wants to 2 more weeks of the market tomorrow and 1 more week.
And looking like well, definitely next week and also this week, some of the better weather
Yeah,
of summer.
This
Yeah.
week we were, until Monday, we were looking at like a low 80s. Now we're looking at like 89. So we're gonna bring out the misting tent tomorrow
Okay,
just in
okay.
case the humidity's high. But yeah, next week looks absolutely fantastic. So we have 2 weeks left. We have some great
Finish
vendors.
strong.
This week we realized we have tons of sweets vendors. So if you have a sweet tooth, we have a cotton candy vendor.
Yes.
Candy cake, which I think is amazing, and our really, really cool freeze-dried fruits and vegetables and candy vendor, which has been a big hit. So please come join us.
Yep, that's all I have this evening.
All right. We do not have the need for an executive session this evening. So before we adjourn tonight, I want to share with the public that the video from this meeting will be available on a link on our website, missionks.org. There being no further business tonight, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Everybody.
She's still fitting.